what is the priority? Priority ni nini? Priority ni mtoto. Si ndio? Yes. But where is the focus? So that is why I'm saying sometimes we lose focus upon what is actually the key priority. So as you go online, as you do all these things on social media and other aspects of the phone, then we really need to think about are we missing the priority even when are we missing? Then the next thing is there is now an terminology, especially in psychology, it's called nomophobia. Okay? Nomophobia is whereby if you don't have a mobile phone, then people are living the anxiety and a lot of stress for the purposes that they don't have a mobile phone or so smart. Then in this aspect, if you are able to see, there's a child here. This child is only around 6 months old. And then if you give this child the phone, actually they are very happy. I think for the purposes of the lecture, you don't know to see. But that's a child. And then if the phone is taken away, the drama and the chaos created by this baby. So imagine this is barely 6 months old child. But they have already learned. Where are they learning from? The parents. Then in this aspect, ukirudishia mtoto simu, just watch and see. I had requested that let's go off. I came back home. I don't want to be for some processes, but the baby at that point, I'm very sure simu amenyamaza. Now, why I'm speaking about these kind of things is because the phone is actually making us be people who are called cognitive devices. Cognitive devices whereby with the touch of the phone, everything is without comfortability. And therefore, the mind is not able to actually calculate and think deeply about other things. Now, if you are able not to relate this, then you are able to see there is one thing. The mental laziness that is coming up with the screen there. The aspect whereby everybody is thinking that that is the only way to go. I do understand on social media and on other platforms we have a very rich aspect of information and you can be able to do many things. But in terms of this, in terms of being online and doing all of these things, then it is actually making people think in a very shallow way. Cognitive biases. That is why, as we are seated here, one of the things that is actually making people have a weak mind is the aspect whereby these people, the characteristics of people who have a weak mind, they are easily influenced by the outside environment. Once challenges and problems come, they are not able to withstand. Why? Because they never practice how to overcome those challenges and those problems which are coming in their life. At the back of their mind, then you should prepare for bigger challenges and problems. I would love to recognize that people who say that they are resisting from this side of the person who say they are resisting. So on this aspect, what does that mean? Any challenge you're going to do, go for. Now, this morning, it was very evident. How many people are willing to come and challenge with the dance? Until teacher can go. For me, I learned and I tried to observe so many other things. Then why is this kind of thing happening? It's because like you come up with a t-shirt, then people come. Then we are headed towards a society whereby for people to do something, then there must be an investment, there must be kind of something for them to do something. But that is not actually how the society should work. Then tunasaidia madam amesema tunasaidia wana jituma, si ndio? Then jituma ni kusema nini? Mimi kwa dada kwa baba wewe, si ndio? The other aspect you are able to see, you will outstand, you become a person who is outstanding other people. But since we want to be nyamaza, we are sitting on the same way that we don't want to any challenging and anything which is to be like a challenge. Then at that point, as I say, we become a cognitive devices. We don't know anything. And for this aspect also, when fear, anxiety, darkness, and insecurity, shock, terror, when all these things come, actually these emotions dominate your life. you're not able to actually come out of that cocoon of all these aspects. And the first trait that is actually making the modern society, become weak in terms of their mind is something we are calling unhealthy competition. What is this unhealthy competition? The aspect whereby it is like a rat race. You are chasing after something which is not there. Okay? So in the picture, there is, as I say, there is reality and there is what happens to you on social media, or actually what you are intended to be. Here, you can see that is this person pretended to be that, but what is the reality? This. When you see people have a conversation, what kind of conversation are you having? Are you having a true conversation, or you are having a conversation quoting yourself? But deep down, no, it just come and ask of good morning. Then tunasema good morning. No, umetoka kulala na bibi yako. So the aspect whereby people are not willing to live a full life. Within the different institutions that people have, within the different departments that people have, we have vacancies in offices. How many people are willing to go to the vacancies in offices? To speak or actually to air out what is within them. That is why, with this aspect whereby we are trying to cope up with the world, pretending that we are okay, yet keeping inside of us, we are not okay. That is why the unhealthy competition is coming in an aspect whereby you are competing others with others, pretending to be within their status and pretending to be okay, yet you are not within that aspect. Wase, it is okay to have a problem. Sasa, it is okay not to be okay. Sasa, problem is you pretend to be okay, yet you're not okay. Using'ang'ane compete na watu wengine na kujilinganisha na watu wengine kwamba mtu wako hivi or something like this. It is okay to be the way you are. Sasa, it is okay kama kisogo yako ni kubwa kuliko ya mtu mwingine, ni sawa, no problem. But many people are in the aspect whereby even right now, plastic surgery becoming very famous. Why? Nibadilishe nikae kama I look either like them or I look for much better than them. Then that is the unhealthy competition that I'm speaking about. Not only that, but this aspect of unhealthy competition, actually it brings around a lot of anxiety. There are people who are not willing to stand for the purposes that wakisimama watachekelewa. Wakisimama hawajui the end result of it is what is going to be. So in terms of this, then it is bringing a lot of anxiety, and then there is also a lot of fear of exposure. Not only that, but also this aspect is also bringing arrogance. Arrogance in two ways. Number one, mtu ambaye ameshinda ama ambaye ako pale juu with a lot of compliments, they have now what we are calling superiority complex. Unajua kuna watu ambao hawezi kukaambia kitu. Kwa sababu gani? They are always at the top. Have you ever spoken to someone and then by the time you are speaking anakuambia najua? Sindio? Meaning what? Usiniambie I am better than you. Who are you? Jiangalie. In a very simple way, wanakwambia jiangalie na uniangalie. Unaona kama tunatoshana. So in this aspect, this is bringing a lot of collision. And even this morning, I would love to say, kuna mtu alisema anapenda ukulima, si ndio? Then what was the reaction of the whole? Si ndio? Why? Because people are competing, but competing in another different world, not in agriculture. Mwenzetu amesimama akasema anapenda ng'ombe, si ndio? Just like that, you be able to see the reaction. Then in terms of this, what am I saying? Then being unique in your own way is not a problem. Sasa, kama uko kwa field yako, simama tu hapo, and it's okay to be in that field no matter what. So don't compete for the purposes of just competing to show yourself that you are at the top or you are better than others. So in this aspect, then also, this aspect is also bringing that there is no trust. People are not trusting each other. I once stood in the forum and then there was a question from one of the youth. How can I trust people? Then I was shocked. Why? Is because even the person that you're seated with, sijui kama you can actually trust that person. Mmepatana labda leo siku ya kwanza, si ndio? Are you able to form a trust that even tomorrow you can meet and do something? Are you able to trust the person that actually you work with in the office, your teachers or people within the environment, that actually now you can form a basis whereby now we can be able to go forth. So in terms of this, then when there is no trust, people become very restless, and they actually now go to aspects of self-destruction and even things to do with addiction. They come from this aspect whereby people don't want to connect, people only want to live an isolated life. I'll go to the second trait quickly. This is convenience. Convenience. No, right now the world is at the touch of a button, everything is okay. Right now it's instant coffee, instant noodles, instant, instant wife, instant husband, instant children. But actually the world is not created in this way. The world, there's a journey. There is hardships. There is a process whereby you have to work and you have to find your way out on something. But with this kind of convenience, then people are actually becoming people who are not doing something called the deep thinking, the critical thinking, the innovation, the aspect of all these kind of things. That is why I once had, there was a gentleman who was making a presentation, and then they had a very interesting conversation with the daughter and the mother that time. So the daughter was like, si lazima uoge, and then the father was, ulisikia wapi? Ati daughter anasema si lazima uoge. Do you know what the daughter answered? Si Google. Then it was a very shocking thing, because okay, Google pia utapata reasons why not to shower. So some of the answers, si yangu Google peke yake anaweza kutupea. Sasa I appreciate YouTube and YouTube University, because right now it's learning everything online. But even as you learn everything online, there is the practical part of life. Sasa, there is the practical part of life. Not everything is convenient. You have to go through hardships, you have to go through problems. That is why I say, ule jamaa alituambia maisha ni rahisi. I wish ningempata niweke kamiti. I want to tell you for sure, life is difficult. Wase, maisha ni ngumu? Maisha ni ngumu. Shinda moja, ukidhania kwamba umeshinda, kuna ingine inakugoja mbele. Until the only place whereby you can live comfortably, and I'm not 100% sure, but it's the grave. But also the grave kunauchwa. If you look at ICU or high dependency unit, the calibration of the life-sustaining machine, calibration yake iko namna gani? It's up and down. Up and down. As long as you are living, this is your trend. But people who are dead, then it is all convenience. Sindio? That is why, in terms of convenience, as long as you are living a life of convenience, you are not living a true life. Na hata kama unapotelea shida saa hii, huko mbele utapatana na hiyo shida na mama yake. That is why if you are facing any challenge or any problem, don't run away from it. Face it head on. As you face it head on, you build muscles of the mind. You build muscles of the heart. Jana niliweza kushinda hii, mbona nisishinde hii ya leo? Sasa, but if you are the people who from a very young age you are running away from challenges and problems, then in future, what will you do? Then even the small challenges and problems that you meet in life, then you're not able to overcome them. That is why I'm continuously talking about convenience. Everyone, life is not convenient. Right now, we are living that kind of a life, and everything is headed in that way. We want a very smooth life, we want everything at the touch of a button, but that is not reality. And, the other thing is overcomplication. What do I say this? People are filled with so many things inside of their heart, and they lack one thing, the joy of life. That is why, if you ask people, what do you want to be? Nataka kuwa engineer, nataka kuwa daktari, nataka kuwa hii, nataka kuwa... You are filled with so many things that at the end of the day, you don't know even what to follow. Okay? But even in all these aspects filled inside of your heart, the most important thing is whereby you are actually supposed to have what? Joy and in terms of feeling excited about what you're doing. So one thing is that, like you can see in the picture, even before I get to focus on one thing, there are so many things inside of my heart and I'm not able to focus on one thing. That is why even in terms of being green, I truly believe they want you to focus upon one thing of which you can innovate, one thing of which you can follow up, and then make that even in terms of money. Sasa, then Leo nataka kuanzisha biashara ya nguo, kesho nianzishe ya chakula, kesho nyingine nianzishe ya hii, kesho nyingine nianzishe ya hii. If you have the ability, well and good. But also at these terms, it is not, you're like a master of everything and an expert of none. Okay? So it's really also good that at least ukishika line moja, fuata hiyo. Sasa, I know right now we are being told we are living in a world where you cannot only do one thing, and that is very true. But even in terms of this, there is one thing that, please don't overcrowd yourself with so many things. Sasa, don't overcomplicate life. That is why even in terms of, ukona chakula, yes, ukona nguo, yes, ukona mahali unalala, first and foremost, shukuru sana kwa sababu hiyo kitu. Yesterday, as I was going home, I met with a gentleman. And I'm sorry, I'm very peculiar to, unajua mtu anakuongelesha hujui kama anataka kupulizia dawa ama it's a genuine aspect. So this person actually was, tafadhali, I'm walking home na niliacha bibi na mtoto bila chakula asubuhi. Nimeenda mjengo lakini ndio pesa zitatoka, lakini it is not until Saturday that money can come. So actually, one thing hit me about this gentleman. I don't know how true or false it was for him, but I gave what I had at that particular moment. Why I'm saying something like this is because in the aspect of, people lack that courage to actually express themselves for the purposes of one thing. Okay? Kama ni project uko nayo, tengeneza vizuri and then present it in a way whereby this is what I want. Sasa, but if you are overcrowded and you actually don't know what is it that you want in life, then life becomes so much crowded and at the end of the day you're not able to do this. So number one, what I'm saying is, kama uko na chakula, tafadhali shukuru. Kama uko na nguo, shukuru. Kama uko na mahali pa kulala, that is the first thing. And that is the first conduct of life. Be thankful. In this world, I don't know, but which one is more easier? To say thank you or to complain? Ni gani rahisi? Which one is easier? So please don't be people who are only full of complaints. There are people who are blind to thankfulness. Blind to thankfulness in which way? Hata ufanyie nini ama nini, bado atakuuliza. Yaani hii ndio umeona unipe. Sasa, so the first thing, actually, the first basic thing about life is be thankful for what you have as you look forward to what is coming up next. That way you live a very simple life and you'll be able now to take life step by step. Sasa, so in regard to this is actually what I really wanted to present to you guys. And one other thing is that the aspect of whereby we need to unite with others. We really need to work together. Everyone, you cannot stand alone. Even with Bob Marley said, man is not an island. You cannot stand by yourself. Now look upon the society, it's about me, myself and I. Wejishughulishe na yako, yangu ni yangu. Then as long as you have this concept, you can't go far. That is why even within the SDGs, there is SDG number 17 that is talking about partnership. That is why UNICEF, DGREEN, IYF, and we set, then we really have to find a common place to work together and actually do things together. But as long as people are only isolated and want to do things by themselves, you can't go far. So also, in terms of that, in terms of having solutions, I have seen when people sit and discuss, when people come together and actually tackle a problem together, the end result is far much better than you trying by yourself. Sasa, so let's find a place where we can have a discussion. If you're having a problem and you're not able to solve that problem, it's because you're trying it by yourself. Try having 2, 3, 4 people actually sit down and discuss that problem, and for sure, you'll be able to see the solution, and the solution will be far much better even as you would have done it by yourself. So I'll end my presentation there, and for the purposes of this, maybe for the aspect of 2 Timothy 3:17, this actually talks about in terms of all these kind of things, but within the modern society, there's a call for action. There's a call for action. Number one, as I said, tafadhali, shukuru na kenye uko nayo sahi. Sasa, then if you are able to be thankful for what you have, then even what is coming, already, I don't know, but wagapi washauliza, kwani hawana pesa zingine isipokuwa 750? Unajua kuna mtu already ashaanza kuchapa hiyo sababu, sio? So for the purpose of this, make use of what you have as you wait for the next. But if you're not making use of what you have, then it becomes a very big problem. Even right now within the current society, what we're having as a problem is the waste aspect of it. People are wasting too much, yet complaining they want more. Please do a research and see how much food is wasted in terms of how people actually eat on their plate and throw away, yet we still cry of hunger at the end of the day. So if you are able to make use of what we already have, then I can guarantee you, even by the time we get to having more, then you're going to be in a better position. Look at, I looked at Thika Road when it was being constructed. Now, Thika Road is constructed, yet we have to put back wires along the road. Why? Kwa sababu imetengenezwa, umewekewa footbridge, but still you want to cross from down. Then the mindset. We really have to change our mindset. We really have now to focus on taking a different route in terms of the mindset of which we have. Everyone, I can assure you, if you change your mindset just a little bit, then you're able to see things from a different perspective, and you're able now to actually challenge life in a better way. Please turn to your neighbor. Sasa muulize, uko na moyo gani? What kind of a heart do you have? Because if you want to change in life, the most important thing to change is the blueprint. Sasa, jengo haina shida. Ukitaka kubadilisha jengo, badilisha nini? Blueprint. Abu muulize, is he or she thankful for what they have today? Then kama tunagoja hii ya Big Green na hii ingine ambayo inakuja, then currently what you have, how are you using it? Sasa, are you a person who is blind to happiness? Are you a person who is blind to thankfulness and doing all these kind of things? That is why kindly, I would love to stop here, but in terms of this engagement, I truly want to tell you the truth. The biggest challenge we have is the mentality and the mindset that we have. As long as that doesn't change, then hata tubadilisha namna gani, hata ufanye plastic surgery aina gani, you will still remain the person that you are inside of you. So the most important thing is change of the mindset, change of the blueprint. If you change that, now I'm here ukweli. 2 years, 3 years from now, we'll actually be speaking of a different language. So thank you very much, and I look forward to having more engagements with you.
Let's give it up once more for them. Begin our coffee to Farani. One love. Give thanks and praise to the Lord, and I will feel alright. Let's get together. Alright, thank you my DJ. Mmelan kitu, si ndio? Mmelan kitu kweli? Hata niona watu walikuwa idol of center ama wamelan kitu angalau hivi, si ndio? Umelan nini hivi? Siniangushe na nakujua.
Okay. First, I've learned about like be yourself first, and then
Melan like gosh. Pigeni makofi amejaribu. Umelan nini mrembo? Asante. Then we have a president for Rotary Club of Embakasi. She's with us here. Can you tell us what have you learned today?
I've learned about mindset. It's all about don't be doing things because of the outside forces, but what you as a person do, what do you want.
Hey, kizungu tupo, pigeni makofi pia. Asante. Tuwezi watu pia. Let's see. Hey, how are you?
Fine.
Did you learn anything our leader said? Consult. You can consult. I'll come back. How are you? Did you learn something? About what team leader taught us about mindset, about being on WhatsApp the whole time. So I can come and teach you later, right?
after this, get my number.
Asante sana. Pigeni mwalimu makofi tena kwa kazi nzuri umefanya. Thank you so much. Do you have a dance group here? Do you have a dance group here? A dance group? Where are they? Oh, well, yeah. oh, they are there. Harold, I'm sorry for today. It's your day. We want you guys to come and sing, dance for us, Miondoko. Okay? Yeah, kindly come and dance for us, Miondoko. Yeah. My DJ, nipe Miondoko ila Kayole. Okay, Kayole totally. Yeah, kuja tufanyie in 2 minutes kisha tuende tusikie about Big Green. Remember, nimeona watu wengi sana wana text. Kuna mtu amenitumia screenshot 30. Guys hapa. Let me see. 30, 23, 25. Watu wanajituma hapa. I've received more than 28 responses. Watu wanaendelea kutuma na wanaendelea kupitia by the way. So, kama umetuma 10 na mtu ametuma 30, itakuwa ngumu kidogo. So tujikaze. Remember, I gave out my number, send those screenshots. I will peruse one after the other na confirm. Na tuko na system pale, unajua tunaona huyu aliingia saa ngapi. So tafadhali tusifanye ile kitu ya Kayombo Tolo. Tufanye ile kitu hapo, si ndio? Yeah, una invite mtu unatuma screenshot after this. First 10 people to send me more than 10 screenshots for the people who have joined unit wako unapata dayako safi, alafu weekend wewe na mpo wako mnaenda mnafurahia. Kayombo Miondoko before dance yao. Miondoko. You know Miondoko sir? You don't know Miondoko? Yeah, like fighting. Like you're fighting just to throw hands up and down. Nipe Miondoko moja. Just try dancing to that now. You can do all to your presentation. Yeah. Wapi ule dance wangu? Ule dance wangu wapi? Yeah, let's go. Ngoja. Wapi ule dance wangu? Ule dance wangu wapi? Ule mwenye ana nywele nusu kwa nini? Aticho. Wewe ndio danza kuja bro. Bro, hii ni opportunity yako ya kuomoka. Pigeni makofi anapokuja pia. Naona amepigwa vest yake ameka. Usitumie hiyo t-shirt kama slipover wewe. Hiyo ni t-shirt unavaa kwenda kanisa na ma events. Ya baada ya hiyo pia nataka uonyeshe Miondoko hapa. Yeah, kindly, yeah, you can just laugh. Lakini utuga asikufikie mikono. Let's go. We are dancing. Let's go. Unasumbua mwingine. Anyway, yeah, you can go on with what you have to present for us. Wapigeni makofi tena tafadhali. Asante. 4, 3, 2, 1. Thank you so much. Wapigeni makofi tafadhali. Hey! Wana dance fit, si ndio? Huyu wezi kula fare yake bana. Kula fare yake unapigwa. Lakini wanatuchocha. Hawajui Kiswahili hata. Na naona wanacheka jokes zangu. Sasa wanajuaje? Anyway, good job. Wapigeni makofi tena once more tafadhali. Asante. Asante sana. They are doing a good job. You are doing a good job, especially you, okay? Yeah, especially you. You. After this. Okay. So ladies and gentlemen, remember tumewapea form hapo za KFCB. Remember KFCB is hosting us here today. Tumewapea form, ensure that you fill in your details. Wewe jaza tu list. Ukipata list unafanya nini? Unajaza. Wewe usijali unajaza nini, wewe jaza tu. But make sure hata kama handwriting ni mbaya, namba ya pesa inaonekana. Sawa? Jina achana nayo, ID achana nayo. ID unaweza chora, lakini namba ya pesa andika vizuri. Ndio ule mtu anaenda kutumia kitu asisahau. Unajua ataangalia kidogo achoke aende next. Kesho aanze kulia Najua baba zuri my good brother. Good to see you, bro. Yeah, I love a minute also to come and say something to us. Alright? Yeah, very good. Aliniguza sana jana. Aliniguza sana. Nilikuwa nimeenda nje zingine but nikaona nirudi. Wale watu walikuwa karibu wanaelewa, si ndio? Nikaona nirudi kwa Bwana. Ya Bwana Mwokozi aliniguza sana, hata maombi yake nilisikia imeenda direct mpaka kwa Mungu. You will come here and give us at least 16 Bible verses. At least 16. Immediately after the presentation we're going to have. Now, ladies and gentlemen, remember KFCB is hosting us here. Ensure you feel, make sure we feel. KFCB, zile zetu za kuregister huko nje, unaensure kwamba uko ndani kabisa, mambo inakuwa sawa. At least ukitoka hapa, tunajua kwamba you can. Remember, as a student leaders, we working together with all our partners. Inaitwa IYF, inaona pia ministry, inaona pia wageni wetu pia KFCB, na wamesema we'll be going through to our campuses. Tutakuwa tunakuja huko, tunapata matalent, tunawasupport, tunafanya mambo mengi. Pia kukiwa na event hapa pia wanatu-invite na mambo inakuwa sawa, si ndio? Yeah, thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. Now I want to welcome the WE Center representative, Madam, to kindly come and talk to us briefly about the waste management and the green jobs. Pigeni makofi anapokuja tafadhali. Madam alikuja hapa mapema sana na amekuwa akitusikiliza. Ama tumwekee kama pia yeye moja, si ndio?
Madiji, ni ngoma gani ile iko karibu? Ngoma gani nimeona akiwa ana dance tu kwa kiti. Tuweke ngoma moja hapa hata kama nimeondoka ama ni nini, ama ni ngoma gani mama ungependa? Tuweke ya kanisa. Yeye anasema yoyote bwana. Mwekele ile galama bolu. Madiji, kwani weka ile kiti. Bale na dance kama kisisi ndio. Sio. Naona mkisi mmoja hapa ametumwa represent kisi mfupi. My DJ, I'm waiting for you. Nataka tu ngoma moja ndio madamu achangamke akitupresentia what he has for us. And thank you so much for having time for us. As youth, tunashukuru sana. My DJ anatumia techno. Yeye anadansiwa aje? Sigeni makofi tafadhali. Sigeni, amesema October 1st tutakuwa na yeye pale race course. Thank you so much.
How are you today? Nataka tuchangamke kidogo. Kuna salamu nilionyeshwa tulikuwa Taita Taveta last week. So this is how we will appreciate our MC Baba Zuri. Tafanya tunazita 3 2 1. So you do 1 2 3. 1 2 1. Let's go. Ingine ya madam. Na ya Nancy. All right, thank you very much. My name is Nancy Ngede, and I had mentioned from We Center. We Center, mkona gadget, mnaweza kuwa mna Google pale ndio tukiongea pia tuko pamoja. We do e-waste management. And I want to pick from where our previous speaker has mentioned, Mr. Henry, about the mindsets. And Baba Zuri keeps saying, kuna wenye tulikuwa tunaenda tu around, and we heard there is something that is happening, and we came. I want to emphasize that there is nothing that happens for the sake. So if you're seated there, tafadhali Valentine and the others, let us pick something from every speaker who comes on this floor, because there is something to take home. We're only here for 3 or 4 hours. It was not by coincidence. You would be sleeping somewhere or doing something else. So let's pick from each of the speakers who is there. We go with something. The reason why you're seated here for 4 hours or 3 hours is because there is value for that. So mindsets and e-waste management has a lot of mindsets to be done. Tukifikiria e-waste, tunafikiria takataka, right? And so the mindset around that, wale watu wa takataka, wale watu wachafu, that has to change. We are in school, a lot of us are also in campus, we are very well dressed. We know the burden we are going on in the country. So when it comes to somewhere we can make a coin, we need to really focus. We really need to totally focus. I will start by saying, before I went to We Center, there is this, venye tunawaita lakini tunabadilisha hiyo lugha, watu wa takataka. So they normally come on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And this is young man who talks very good English. So anakuja, anasalimia everybody around. How are you? Coincidentally, the time I used to drive out, ndio hiyo lori ilikuwa inakuja. Then I noticed he has very good English and he's very happy. Anaenda anachukua ile makaratasi, wanaweka vitu, wana load. And coincidentally also their truck was also not very dirty. Ilikuwa very well maintained, and even them well-mannered people. So that is where my interest started when it came to waste management. Then the other thing I noticed, the truck had partitions. Unapata kuna ile takataka wanaweka ya plastic, kuna zile za white bottles ama clear bottles, colored bottles, na hii yetu bado hawako wanaweka vizuri. So takataka iko aina nyingi. So our focus today is on what we are calling e-waste, electronic waste. Tuko pamoja? Tulisema lazima tutoke na kitu kutoka hapa na kitu ambayo inaweza tupatia shilingi kwa mfuko. Now, in line with Big Green, we are saying waste is harmful to the environment. All right? And there's this whole discussion around climate change. How we put the coin in our pocket is what now I'm going to talk about. But most importantly is that when you collect the e-waste, it removes these harmful substances from our environment. So we keep our water, our soil, and the environment clean. As I mentioned last week, I was in Taita Taveta, and I was telling them, ile story naongea hapa si ile story ya jaba. It is something practical. We are doing it in Nairobi County, and especially Embakasi East. We are doing it in Taita Taveta. We are doing it in Nyeri County. A lot of CBOs. So tukisema e-waste. E-waste kuna household. Leo ni ile fridge imeharibika kwa nyumba, heater, microwave, cables, charger. Tuenda kwa maofisi, computers, laptops, printers, scanners. Hata hizi. The media people, when all these things get spoiled, maybe I'll come and we'll talk. Where do you take them? The media people also. Telecoms, with the whole solar panel industry now. Najua kuna wale pia wako hapa tunauza zile solar bulbs na patangana nao hapa kwa mtaa tunauza hizo. Because tunauza sana zikiharibika unapeleka wapi hizo vitu? The panels. That's how Ushago, we have all those panels. When they get spoiled, where do you take them? So there is a lot of focus on digital. We have just been told by Andrew here, we are always on our phones. Whether it is for a good purpose or not is another discussion. But when these gadgets get to out of life, because as they are, after 5 years or so years, itaacha kufanya kazi. Or you buy a newer phone. I think Baba Zuri was saying, tuongea maneno ya iPhone, ilikuwa iPhone gani? And Samsung. So as you move from Kamulikamuzi to the next, what happens to your Kamulikamuzi? Maybe you can give to your younger siblings or someone else. So e-waste, iko na sisi kila mahali. E-projector, all this is e-waste. Right? Kwa hivyo ni takataka ya electronic. And we have said we started with changing our mindsets. We are looking for a coin. So we are not looking at takataka kama ni kazi chafu. And I'll give you examples of how people are doing it in Nairobi. So we center, we collect this e-waste. We have said what is happening currently is, you find when your heater or your cables, I think those are the common ones, I normally see them everywhere. When your cable is not working, unaiweka pamoja na ile garbage ingine, mtu wa garbage akukuja akichukua, unamrushia huko on Tuesday. A lot of these things, they will go and burn them. They have harmful substances that harm our soil, our water. These are the issues that nowadays we are saying we might not connect them directly to diseases like lung infection, cancer and such things. But it is all in the same cycle. Because whatever we are taking from our soil and from our water has been contaminated. So the big green job is bring that e-waste to we center. We tunapima per kilograms. And we have a reimbursement for that. So basically what we do is, we have a chart, a price list, and maybe what you can do even as we talk or from here, you can go to the WeCenter page, contact them. The first thing you do is become a subscriber, right? To become an agent. They will ask you for your full names, your email address, your ID, just to make sure that we are dealing with a real person. And then from there now, once you become our agent, we have a verification process we do, and you can collect. Let me give an example. For example, what we do every 2 weeks, Embakasi East, and like now, next month I'll be in Taita Taveta County. We have divided into the different sub-counties. Taita, Taveta, Watete, Navoi. So they collect, they bring those things every 3 weeks. We have CBOs, we have young people who are in school but they dedicate a day or two. They go and collect Wabijiji. They bring all those electronic devices that are not working anymore, that are not stolen. We will still go there. Because we are also very keen to make sure that we don't go and steal people's things and bring them to to WeCenter and sell the same. So we have a collection date. And then we will come, we will sort. Because utakuja umezileta ziko mingi, kuna printer, kuna ile fridge haifanyi, kuna laptop haifanyi, zile za mgongo, vitu kama hizo. So we will sort them, classify into the different, we weigh them per kg, and whatever reimbursement you get is based on that. The other important thing, like now last week we have, there is one, I know that nitaongea na alikuwa Kibra, I think that was Alan. I'm not sure, I mean, some of you will tell us whether you had this. We have a guy who every week pockets about 75,000 kutoka kwa e-waste. Kwa hivyo mimi siongei maneno ya jaba. Madama alisema ni kufanya nini? Kujituma. Na ni kujituma using your akili. Because a lot of them are being given capital by one Italian firm, an NGO, to start something around e-waste. And now when they partner with, for example, like this center, we're able to guide them and to see the way forward. So what we are saying is, we collect the e-waste. We are able to make sure that, we sort and everything goes to their respective groupings. Kama ni plastic, watu wa plastic watakujia. Glasses, the same thing. Scrap, the same thing. But you have to make sure that these things go through the proper people who are able to dispose them. Don't burn them. They have harmful substances that, as we have said, go to the air, go to the soil, go to the water, which will harm, the environment and also bring us health problems. So I think, having said that, tulikuwa na ule pita wa Waithaka na Goreti South alikuwa mahali kona pale, ule alisema anapenda watoto si watoto. Yuko? Yes. So maybe there is a mic there. I'd like to know whether we have heard about e-waste. Umesikia hiyo maneno pita? Labda tunaweza kusaidia na mic is there. Isawa tu. And then we go to Alan Kibra, because I know I have some people from Kibra who bring for us e-waste. Peter?
Yes.
Nagoreti South, umesikia something around e-waste management?
Not officially, though maybe a little information and knowledge about e-waste, but I can find it locally as official thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
So ukikuwa kule kwa mtaa, do you normally see those items? Cables?
Kabisa.
Zinakuwa watu wanazitupa kwa environment.
Yes, Baba.
Alright, so I think there already we can have something to talk about. I'm glad now this is creating awareness. Tulikuwa na Kibra Alan, was somewhere there. Ama ametoka. Okay, msanii. Tukitoka kwa msanii tunaenda ule madamu wa nini. I want to see whether we are on the same page. We understand how e-waste management is linking with the concept of big green, helping our environment. Yes?
Sasa so ndo sisi ndo tumeanza lakini hatujakipika vizuri kabisa. At least tunatry pick up, lakini bado hatujapikile poa kabisa. But it's something, an initiative that we've already started.
Okay, awesome. So I think after this we can get in touch. Our madam pale kwa kona, yuko bado? Tumalize kitu na kuona. Is she there? Okay. All right. So I think this was basically to engage and see whether we are aware of this. So we are very glad that we are able to come in today and learn something new and see how you're able to take advantage of that initiative and put money in your pocket. So in terms of the reimbursement and everything, I think I know the next question would be how do you join the board? What are the price lists and those kind of things? You could get in touch with our contact numbers that are provided on the website. Then from there we can move forward. So what I want to say is, again, to emphasize on the mindset. We cannot sit and say we are broke. We are young, we are innovative, we have a mind that can think outside or inside, or even where there is no box. There is money in e-waste. Let us go, collect as much e-waste because it helps also clean our environment and at the same time create a job for us. You can be in school. I've seen people in school, I've seen people who are even working, as I've explained, but they have other people around them who are doing the collection. But most importantly, keeping our environment safe, and making sure that all of us are free from a lot of the health problems that are there. So tuko sawa? Then I think from there now, Madam will give us the way forward. But absolutely, I'm happy to be here and to, in the same forums to just keep creating awareness on information around e-waste. And nimejienjoy pia kuwa hapa. I'm feeling young again. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Pigeni makofi tena, pigeni makofi. Asante sana wadau kwa hayo maneno mazuri ambao mmeweza kutupa. So ladies and gentlemen, melan kitu. Chapet, gift zilisha? Gift ziko. Acha niende hii side sana. Kuna hii side kuna giza. Hii side ya kuna giza sana. Acha tuone. Kwa msho mchizi amelala bwana. Unalala aje kwa kelele yote? Mbona unalala kwa klabu? Alikuwa anatuombea. I was praying for us. How are you? How are you? Kwa nani? Poa. Poa, umelala nini? Wala tukianza tu niliwaambia tulikuwa tu archives. Tumetulia tu. Ubora yeye inapita mingi kwa sababu naenda KFC. Na mwakuja hapa. Dennis Rollins, kiongozi technical University of Kenya. Chief Mobilizer. Tuambie umesoma nini baba? Pole, najua umekuja saa hii lakini outlets sisi ndio tulikuja mapema.
Okay, good morning everyone. Okay, I've arrived late, sorry, but what I've learned is about the waste management and how you can get income from it.
How you can make it?
To get income.
How to get income?
Yes.
Do you have an idea of something you can do?
Yes, we'll think about it.
You think about it. Thank you so much. Pigeni makofi. Asante. Mrembo, vizuri. Uko uchi ya? Ama uko form? Ya nilijua tu ni fresh. Ya wao mshajua maafere. Unajua hii campus inaitaka afere, si ndio? Unajua afere, hapa ni Fodia amekuleta out. Fodia ambaye mmoja nikupeleka kwa red carpets. Haya, unaitwa nani?
Naitwa Lydia.
Uko shule gani Lydia?
Sigalagala.
Si what now?
Sigalagala.
Hiyo iko wapi?
Kakamega.
Sigalagala University. Umetoka Kakamega? Ama ulikuwa trip around? Ulikuwa around. Upodia na wawa. From Sigalagala tumewa. Sasa wewe unapiga picha na unauliza watu ushango hapa ni? Sigalagala. Simama watu wakuone. Ama akatu acha nikuone mimi peke yangu, acha nikuone mimi peke yangu. Umesoma nini mrembo?
Nimesoma electric waste can be used to harm anything.
Chakula tafadhali. Tupea mtu Sigalagala gift tafadhali. Vijana wale wamejibu maswali. Pigeni makofi. Sigalagala tuko wao. Unaitwa umeniona before utoke. Yeah, I offer mentorship to first years, okay? Yeah. Nitakufungulia poto, sawa? Nitakufungulia poto. Alafu helgo nakuwekea kesho, sawa? Yeah, itakuja na mambo mengine. Pigeni wako vijana tafadhali. Kuna basi mwingine hapa. Nisione mwanaume akiinua mkono. Wapanga basi kuna basi mwingine kuja mwanaume. Walikuwa wawili by the way. How are you?
Hi.
You good? Fasta kuna confidence bana. What's your name? Daisy. Pia wewe ni Sigalagala? Daisy, wewe ni wapi? Unasikia mimi hapa NTTI. Umelala nini?
Tufai kutupa anywhere kuna mahali zinaweza kupeleka. So alafu zilikuwa na waste yake ikiwa kwa environment hivyo sipo. Hapo mahali tulikuwa tupeleke tunafaa
Tumfanyia wewe confidence ya kukula pia. Pigeni makofi. Pia ni pastor. Nakuboga.
Niaje wazee. Mimi naitwa Antonio Sozi, natoka Westlands Organization inaitwa Rising Network Community Based Organization. Already tunadili na mambo ya plastic recycling. At the moment tunapeleka kwa kampuni inaitwa Mr. Green. So mimi mtu mkitaka kuniconvince niko nawaletea, nitaangalia bei yenu. Kama itakuwa chini ya yao, then nitakuwa nikiwaletea mali.
Rada sio yeah. Niko na mwezi wangu hapa pia. Bro, how are you? Anaitwa mzee mzima Eni Ndenda. Umesoma nini baba?
Nimeambiwa contact zao ziko kwa website.
Pigeni makofi tafadhali. Ndio. Wewe boys wangu, ukiwa Kibra huko yeye ndio kusema. Eti contact zao ziko website. Hano wala wanasomanga content za ile karatasi ya chumvi, sio? Ajuanga kila kitu. Bro. Anyway, at least umejua kitu. Welcome County Director, Youth Affairs. Nashukuru sana kwa muda wako. Always a busy man, but he's always there for us. Mpigeni makofi pia tafadhali. Naitwa Mr. Mrevi. Asante sana kwa rafiki yangu sana tangu kitambo. Alright. So remember, kama kuna kitu kusema we love a play what? Play more, inaitwa aje jina? Plenary. Okay. Yeah, plenary. Iliwaambia mimi mtu afuata, maboys wako wako kwa nyuma. So nikiangusha kizungu msicheke. Anyway, they always say that every sinner has a future and every Christian has a what? Has a kuna mwesdia hapa. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, let's put our hands together to welcome Chebet to talk to us about Big Green. Pigeni makofi tafadhali. Madam Chebet anapokuja. Asante sana. Yeah, asante sana. Asante. Ukipewa gift tafadhali make sure you wear and remember naendelea pia kupokea zile screenshots online. Asante sana. Madam, wana request madam alijibu swali alisema kwa website. Alijibu. Tafadhali na request urudi ukuje vizuri. Urudi huko ukuje vizuri madam. Asante. Pigie makofi tena tafadhali.
Mimi ni mfupi sana, naona nikipanda juu mtaniona mpaka kwa uso. So mnikubali niwaongeleshe kutoka hapa, ni sawa? Aya, sasa mmenyamaza. This is now where rubber meets the road. Sawa? Aya. Sasa ndio ile saa ya kufanya nini? Kusubscribe to the Big Green Challenge. Sasa ni kama mtihani. Naona mmenyamaza. Tulie tu hivyo hivyo. Sawa? Do you understand Kiswahili? Kidogo. Sawa. So now this is the time. The moment is here. We are now going to inform you about the Big Green Challenge, why we need to subscribe or why we need to register, and what is in for us as young people. Is it okay? Mwanadada umechoka, shingo inauma, ama ni mimi nimebo? Sawa. So the Big Green Challenge is taking place in a few countries, selected countries in Africa. You have to be innovative. The word? Innovative. Innovative inamaanisha si ile ya kawaida. Not the normal things we do daily. Hapana. Lazima hiyo idea ikuwe ya class. Si tulikuwa tuna watch The Lion's Den, where we have invited two sponsors for now. Business idea sponsors. They are seated up there. You come on board with this nice idea that you have, but you don't have the seed funding for it. So you pitch your idea. And when you pitch your idea, and it looks so lucrative, sounds so lucrative, sounds so implementable, then one or two or three of them decide to do what? To fund that idea. Tumeelewana mpaka hapo? Yes, it is serious. Hii ni zaidi ya kujoin unit talk. Because in the next 45 minutes, we will go step by step. Tukijibu maswali, mpaka to submit the Google Doc form. Tuko tayari? Simenya kazi. Na venye tu nimechangamka hapa. The first 20 people to finish the challenge, I'm going to give them a gift. So haraka yako ndo bahati yako. So are we ready to go? Mnaniangalia, mmesononeka, so I don't know what is the problem. Na itafika lunch time, si ndio? Unajua mtu mwenye anakuanga hapo katikati ya presentation na lunch time, kila mtu mwangalia vibaya. Si ndio? Aya, tuingie kwa simu zetu. Then you send the word green to 20204. Alafu kabla send that word green, do we have our national IDs or our passports? Yes, because the activity is all over Africa. And what is it that is going to identify you as a Kenyan? It is your ID or your passport. So tafadhali, piga picha your passport ama ID, then save it somewhere for your gallery. Because kwa ile form, kuna point itafika, we will have to upload that ID or that passport as evidence that you are a Kenyan youth who is applying for the Big Green Challenge. Tumefanya hiyo. Because I know majority of us, we have the soft copies of our IDs. Aya, imeleta link. Imeleta, si ndio? Ya kwanza ni English, ya pili ni Kiswahili. Aya, according to how flexible you are with either English or Kiswahili, so click one of the links. Mtihani umeanza. Kuna mwenye anauliza hotspot. Nani mkarimu sana? Who is so generous?
Hotspot kwanza.
Aya, amesema ni wache hotspot kwanza. Aya. Mwenye ananiangalia tu 750,000 inakupita tu hivyo. Just like that. Hauna ID, hata soft copy, basi utashikwa kwanza sasa. Yeah, kama una ID uwezi hata thubutu, but unaweza fungua tu uone taratibu ni gani. Tumefungua, tume hotspots. Are we there? Click the link. Imefungua? Aya, tuanze kujibu maswali. And remember that innovative idea, it is not a must for it to be an idea that you are already implementing. It can be as green as the word green. It is just an idea you're thinking, especially after the e-waste management presentation. You can be thinking of what you can do, what is more available within your environment, that you can add value to it. Yes, it's a Google Docs form, slightly 11 pages. So it will take you approximately 45 minutes to fill it, complete it, and eventually submit it. So niwapatie muda. Tuendelee. Mwenye amesema tuendelee hata hayuko hata kwa simu. Lakini anatupatia motisha, sio? Are we feeling it? If we are not, I'll go back with my t-shirts. But unfortunately, I may be fired. Because the objective for why we all came here today will not have been met. Haya, tungangane. Haraka yako ndo kati yako. Mwenye ako kwa Facebook, uko kwa Twitter, starehe yako, sivyo? Tulisema choices have consequences. And you are what you practice, you are what you speak. and you are the top cream. Imagine the top cream of Nairobi County, of Nairobi region is here today. And there is that young person who did not get the opportunity to be among those who were selected to come today and attend the meeting and go home informed, go home knowing what decisions they will make, so that they also go and empower other young people who were not able to come today. So you are the ambassadors. So mcheze kama nyinyi, si ndio? It is worth the trial, it is worth the challenge. So at the end of the day, you should not go home having not joined Unitor, having not subscribed to the challenge. Haitakuwa haki kwa wale ambao hawakuweza kukuja leo. So wewe ndio unawakilisha. Excuse me, sir. Are you okay? Are you joining? Oh, una smartphone. Kama una smartphone, iwezi ile katululu inaweza kukujoinisha Unitor, lakini haiwezi kuingia kwa challenge. Nani amemaliza page 1? Mmoja tu, wawili. Who is done with the first page of the Google Docs form? 3, 4. Yes, you have to upload your ID. That is why I say before we start, you take a photo of your ID because you will have to upload it. And if you don't have your ID, you cannot proceed. So sasa wewe unaweza saidia mwenzako, alafu ukirudi nyumbani where you can access your ID or your passport. Now you can continue with filling what? With filling the challenge. Boss, ulikuja tu hivi tu. Oh, una ID na ukishikwa. It is a document of identification. That is why you have to walk with it everywhere you go. It is the only document that says that you are a Kenyan. Any challenge anywhere? Yes? Any other person with a challenge? I'm waiting for the first 20. For the first 20. where it is asking you, how did you know about the TEF program? There is radio, there is TV, social media, friends and family, association of community, the TEF Connect website, newspaper, I got an email, NYCS or not listed. Because we are not listed there, and where you heard it is from us, you can just select not listed. Unless once in a while you Googled and you got to know about the program, then you can say from the website or the social media. Any other? Exactly. Do we know about Yoma? How many people know about Yoma? Cecilia, nimeuliza, do you know about Yoma? Yes. How many people know about Yoma? Sasa tena tumenyamaza. Yoma is a platform inaitwa Youth Agency Marketplace. They have training opportunities where you have to register and you have to earn points for you to learn those courses that they offer, and you get certification, some of which are accredited by Microsoft or Google. Tumeelewa? So Yoma, when I join through https www.yoma.africa. So if you're not a member, you just be as honest as you can. If you're a member, it is a plus. If you're not a member, it will give us another avenue to actually sensitize you on what Yoma is. Where they will ask you to tell us about your business idea. That is where now you have to think about the green entrepreneurship. Sio lazima ikuwe biashara ambayo inaendelea. So you've been given examples of people doing e-waste, people doing waste management, people doing recycling. So you need to think through about this green entrepreneurship idea that you have that can actually be environmental friendly and assist in waste management too. For example, there is a group in Kisumu, they recycle sewage water and use it for what? For fish ponds. It depends with how innovative that idea is, the creativity also involved in that idea. So you need to think through about it. Maybe waste management, recycling, environmental management, because there is somewhere they will ask you how that idea is linked to the SDGs. Sawa. And you can still go back and review that form before submitting it. So you need to think. You can apply it as an individual, or if you have a group, you can actually consolidate your mind together and apply as a group. So ni mambo ya mazingira. We all want to breathe fresh air. We all want to sit under a conducive environment. So which business idea can you think through that can pull that 750,000? Kuna mwenye ako page 8 of 11. So where are you? In which page are you? It can be an infant idea, you're still thinking through it. You're still conceptualizing. Ndio unaifikiria tu unaiwazia. Inaweza kuwa already you're doing the activity. Nani amemaliza? Nani ako na swali? There is no right or wrong answer.
Sustainable development.
Umesikia? Sustainable development goals. And how many are they? 12, 13. Nani anajua moja? Okay, amesema they are 17. Eradicating poverty. Gender equality. Kuna mali itakuja kwa hiyo form. So they will ask you, how related is your idea with the SDG goals? And they will list them for you. So unaweza fikiria ufike mwisho, rudi tena ufanye nini? You edit. Si lazima tuchangamke. Hata Biblia inasema if you don't toil, you don't do what? You don't eat. Alafu tulisema hakuna vya ubwete, si ndio? We must earn what we want. So I'm still waiting for the 20. I will not reduce to the 10. Umemaliza? Haya, nenda pale mbele. Simumpigie makofi. Mpigeni makofi. They say you will have to clap until it is your turn to be clapped for. So if you don't clap,